What's going on, everybody? In this video, I'm going to tell you how to sell your home fast in Sacramento or El Dorado County. You guys, I am Gilbert Caston. I am a local real estate advisor in town, but most importantly, I am a very proud girl dad. In today's video, I'm going to tell you guys how you can sell your home fast in Sacramento, El Dorado, or Placer County areas. So check it out. The number one way that you can get ahead and sell your home fast is by doing all pre-sale inspections, getting your home in tip-top shape in order to present itself the best way possible. Okay, so getting your home presentable. You want to think about it like this: when somebody enters your home, you've only got about 3 to 7 seconds to hit that nerve in their body where they instantly think, this is my home. And how do you go about doing so? We all know that curb appeal is very, very important. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing that's very important is not only having your house in tip-top shape, but make sure you have some good staging. Now, staging is an extra cost. I completely understand it, but the data shows that more people buy homes quicker when a home is staged as compared to when a home is absolutely vacant. Now, I hate to admit this, but I was one of those guys who came in here during the COVID times where we could sell a cardboard box for $800,000. And at that time, I didn't need to stage houses when they were vacant because homes were going so quickly. The market has absolutely changed. Now, we definitely do know that staging is an additional extra cost that can be pricing. However, just like I said in previous videos before this one, it's very important to link up and partner with a realtor who has a Rolodex of connections of different vendors who can bill an escrow. You guys, if you're looking into selling your home quick, getting a good offer, the house has to present itself in its best shape. And it all starts by making sure you do the ins and outs beforehand, but staging the house is super key. You want to instantly be able to hook buyers in when they come in the house, and you want them to feel like they don't want to leave. Staging is really, really important. Next up is you've got to take your ego out of pricing. After you get your house in prime condition to sell and you have it staged, you have to get realistic with setting a proper price in order to be attractive in today's market. Now, what do I mean by that? Because sellers, if you're thinking about selling, you could do this yourself. A site that I use is realtor.com. Now, I like using realtor.com as compared to Zillow because realtor.com is connected directly to our MLS for realtors. So on realtor.com, if I were a seller, here's what I would do. I would go to realtor.com. I would search homes in my area. Realtor.com has different filters in them. One of the filters is the just sold filter. Now, if you go to the just sold filter and you put in your area, you can break down what you want to see. Bedroom count, bathroom count, make it very specific to what your home actually is. That's going to give you a good idea before you even talk to a realtor. It's going to give you a good idea on what homes in your area are selling for. That way, when you invite someone like me to your house to come take a look at it and we go pricing, we could be on the complete same page. Houses sit on the market for an average of 40 plus days in the greater Sacramento, greater El Dorado, and greater Placer County areas. In order to help cut those days in half, you've got to have the house present itself well, and most importantly, you have to price it right. Sometimes the highest priced house doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to net the most. Let me say that again. Sometimes the highest price house doesn't mean you net the most. And why? Because when you get into contract, sometimes the highest price house could get hit for tons of credits back to the buyers, which drives your net completely down. So there's a sweet spot when it comes to presenting your house and making sure it looks its best and coming down with a realistic price to make your home be successful in the current market. Now, gone are the days where we're going to go ahead and pull comps for the last year, for the last 6 months. You've got to get precise. You've got to be within the first 1, maybe max 2 months at max, because that's going to give you a good feel on what has sold recently within this ever-changing market. Now, because interest rates are coming down, we're seeing a lot more buyer activity out. So even prices within the last 1 to 2 months have now changed drastically. So you might have to come up with a different approach. So hiring definitely a good reputable agent like myself, but whoever you go with is very key, because you guys are going to be able to break down what an effective pricing strategy would be. Now, sellers, do your due diligence beforehand. Go to therealtor.com, figure out a way that you could pull those home prices, because sometimes this is what I see. Sometimes I go into houses with buyers. Sometimes I go into my own personal listing appointments, and the price points sometimes are different. Now, personally, I'm not someone who sugarcoats anything. So if I can't get one of my homeowners the price that they want, then I'm just simply not the realtor for them, because I'm not a yes man. I'm not going to sell fluff or try to sell an idea that I can sell something that I absolutely can't. So you shouldn't take that from anybody. Be realistic. Go with what the market is talking and saying for your house at that time. And if it's not right, if it's not what you want, then consider renting, right? That's not a bad idea. If you're not going to get the net that you want, or you're not going to get the price that you want, it's okay not to sell. But what I will say is pricing the house higher than what the market is willing to take your house at could actually mean that you end up netting a less amount as compared if you were just to price it right. You price it right, sometimes it could go above what it's priced for. Next thing you know, you're netting more money. So getting the house in presentable shape, that includes doing the little repairs beforehand so that the buyers aren't coming back at you with the little dinky repairs. Staging. Professional pictures. Get professional photos out there. Buyers these days are doing a lot of the work before even reaching out to agents. With consumer-based websites such as Redfin and Zillow, these days in real estate, the buyer are way ahead of even the realtors these days. They're 9 out of 10 times sending homes to the realtor. So if your home's not presenting itself in the finest conditions, the right pictures aren't in front, well then guess what? Those buyers are going to click, move on to the next one. So making sure your house is presentable online and has a good online presence is very crucial as well. Okay, staging your house, curb appeal, making sure you priced it right, and making sure it has an effective online presence. You put all those together and you make it so that if you walked in your own house, you go, oh yeah, like this would be it. Invite a neighbor over, get a second opinion. Let them walk into the house. Let them kind of get that feeling. Keep neutral colors, declutter. Do what you have to do to make the space open. Make the space have that electric energy into it that makes someone want to go, hey, this is my house and I don't want to leave. That way you're going to get a respected offer. It's either going to be within the average days on market or below if you do exactly what I said. Do the repairs beforehand. Make sure you get staging and effectively price your home with no fluff, because the highest price house a lot of the times doesn't mean you net the most. You guys, I hope this was helpful information. If you are looking to potentially sell in the greater Sacramento, El Dorado, Placer County areas, even San Joaquin counties, definitely reach out to me. I give free consultations, free home evaluations, but most importantly, I just love being of value. I represent a lot more sellers than I do buyers. It is kind of shifting, but I represent a lot of sellers. So I've been on the defense for a lot of my sellers for quite some time, and I have a really high success rate at getting homes sold. And the way that I do that, and the reason why we do that, is because the teamwork works. Myself and my sellers are always on the same page, and we're always dialed in with our pricing strategy so that it's effective and it works. At the end of the day, we both have the same objective in mind, and that is to get a home sold. Hope you guys have got some value from this video. I'm Joubert Caston. Like, subscribe, follow to my channel. Over and out.